So evening yogis, just coming onto your mat, and as always choose where you want to start, lying down or seated. How has your day been? You might find that actually just being supported by the mat lying down is what you need this evening. And just checking in, how are your energies? Physically and mentally and emotionally. And drawing your awareness to your breath. Nice deep inhale and a nice slow long exhale. And just coming into the body, noticing everything that moves as we breathe. And the breath is always just that wonderful tool for anchoring us into the present moment that we're in, the now. Life is but a series of lots of little nows. We can't live in the past, we can't live in the future, we only have every little now that keeps coming our way. It's where our mind wanders off to that's the curious thing. We can be in the now, but thinking ahead or reminiscing backwards. Noticing any little aches and pains that you're carrying. And just observing these in practice tonight. Anything that you need to kind of move out of a little sooner or adjust. Perhaps you might need more props this evening, more than usual. Just listen in. And just take a moment to mentally ground down as well. We always do this on our mat, but it's always a wonderful thing to kind of get into the habit of during the day. If somebody upsets you or somebody cuts you up in traffic, it can be very ungrounding. And so to practice grounding just takes a moment of thought to send roots down and connect with the earth again. It's very powerful, kind of resets us a little. So if you are lying down, have a moment now, hug your knees in. We're going to come for seated zazen. Just some quiet meditation before we begin practice. It's always just sort of sets us up for becoming more aware of our practice, going within. So just rock on your back. Enjoy this time just to really tune into what you're feeling. We might have been sort of on our feet or sitting all day, so just feeling the back against your mat as you rock. If you're already seated, just maybe just a gentle flex as you get comfortable. So coming up in your own time. And this evening we're just going to sit with our breath. If you wish to count it, then you can. If you wish to just observe the sensation, I'm just going to let you sit with breath. Often when we do this without kind of any mantra or any other focus, the mind can wander off a lot more. So just returning to the sensation of breath, the in and out of the chest and the belly, whatever it is for you that you want to return to. So don't be upset if the mind really goes off on a tangent, because just sitting with the breath you can get bored in it as such. So we'll see how this feels. Every time the mind wanders, just come back. So we're going to sit for 5 minutes and just allow your thoughts to come and go. They will do, like kind of passing clouds. So without judgment, don't berate yourself. We'll just sit with ourselves. So let's relax. Relax the shoulders, relax your face. Spine just comfortable. And just following the breath as long as you can before a thought takes hold. And then coming back to the breath. Just keep relaxed. And just follow the in and exhale. Just come back to the breath when the mind wanders. And still with your eyes closed, just take a few more conscious breaths here. Noticing how relaxed you may be starting to feel. And we'll gently just blink our eyes open and notice how that practice felt, whether the mind was very busy my mind did go off on quite a few tangents, and just every now and then I brought it back, curious as to where my mind decided to go, but also feeling really quite peaceful and relaxed as well. So hopefully you felt that too. So our first pose, we're going to come into mantis. So a really lovely stretch for the back to start with. It is a compression in the knees, so just being gentle. So taking knees wide and then coming down. If you want to start with a little kind of cushion under the belly, this is quite a nice way to rest the chest. And then just bringing the head down. If at any time you need to adjust or move out of this, please do. And if you want to bring your hands together above your head in prayer, into praying mantis, then this is an alternative. Nice stretch through the backs of the arms. And relax. Try and relax your face and your forehead. Notice what you're holding in around the shoulder blades. And really trying to soften into the inner thighs, tops of the legs. And taking the breath deep into the belly. Feeling the lower back lift. Lovely deep breaths. Feeling it softening all now. Relaxing around hands and wrists. Checking in with your breath. Does the pose feel softer now? And we'll take a few more breaths here. Gently lifting up. It's a really lovely surrendering pose, that one, sort of really just sort of bowing down to the earth. Letting go. Let's just find neutral. Take your time. You can feel that lovely deep stretch in the tops of the inner thighs, tops of the legs as well. And relax. Let everything soften. Feel that lovely stretch out through the legs now. Notice what tingling and coolness that you might feel around the tops of your feet, the shins. If you're feeling on the tops of the legs around the shins and the stomach channel, that's the area that's been stimulated. So just following the sensation, trying to relax the legs and the lower back. Following the breath as we lie here. So with one more breath, we're going to hug the knees in. So with Mantis, we've taken the knees out wide and we've opened the hips in a direction that kind of is away from the body. We're going to come into shoelace now. So bringing the hips in the opposite direction, sort of towards the medial line of the body. So when you're ready coming up, I like to have a cushion handy for this one as well. So shoelace pose. I start in a kneeling position. Bring your right leg in front of your left, crossing the legs, and then, let's say, have a little bit of support just to sort of even up the way the pelvis sits. And come into a lovely shoelace pose. So we're bringing the legs across the body now rather than sort of out, so the hips will have that different sensation. So just relaxing. As and when you want your body to sort of fold forward, just allow it. And allowing the relaxation into the head and neck. Initially, as you come into this pose, you might be holding tension in the thighs. And just as the feet kind of slip away into wherever they want to land, just trying to let everything soften in the calf muscles, around the knees. Some poses in yin will be very easy to come into and the body naturally can relax, and others it might be a little bit challenging to sort of really let go of everything. Keep rotating your awareness around the body. Just letting go whenever you feel that tension has found its way back in. How does it feel around the hips tonight? A welcome stretch. Keep trying to relax your buttocks, lower back and thighs. And stay following your breath whenever you can. How does this pose feel for you tonight? Is it easy for you to let go? Or is it a constant challenge to keep looking through the body? Let's take a few breaths. And gently, really slowly lifting up. Feeling that lovely release around the thighs and hips. Let's find neutral pose. Keep your cushion handy for the other side in a moment. And let's just take this pause. Relax through your back, relax your shoulders. Sometimes taking your arms a little bit further away from the body allows the upper arms to really let go. And as you soften into the lower back and the chin tucks in, then you can really let the muscles go through the back. And gentle breaths, just tuning into that after effect now. Following the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. And when you're ready, let's draw knees in. Coming into the other side in a moment with that sort of fresh view and curiosity, what the sensation will be like. So gently coming up. And in whatever way is comfortable for you, bringing the left leg in front. A little bit of support maybe under the buttocks with a cushion, or whatever feels right. And again, just finding where you can relax here. It might feel really different, might feel sort of very similar sensation. And then just take the time, just gradually settle into this. Notice what you're holding in your calf muscles as we sort of bring ourselves into this shape. Awareness on the knees too, the bend in the knees. And also noticing where you find it really difficult to relax, where, the tension is sort of still mildly there a lot. And gentle belly breaths. Relax your arms and shoulders where you can. How does this pose make you feel this evening? Does it feel difficult, awkward, or is it actually quite enjoyable when you're feeling the letting go gradually? Keep checking through the calf muscles, thighs. Just noticing if sometimes the more difficult poses are the ones where you remain far more present and aware of what's going on the whole time. And so we'll take a couple of breaths. Slowly in your own time, just lifting up, find neutral again. Moving your legs slowly, just noticing that feeling in your hips. Every time you kind of move a joint to come out and unravel. Just allow yourself to be passive. Let go. Enjoy how the breath fills the body. And just observe your mind. Notice what that last thought was. Our thoughts do become things, whether they're positive or negative. They're so powerful in creating and manifesting life. So hugging knees in. We're going to come into heart bench now. So just needing a couple of blocks. Have a moment just to rock on your back. Enjoy this little massage. And then when you're ready, One block long ways, the other one just on the top level. And we'll gently start to lower ourselves back onto this first block, just behind sort of the heart center. Take a few moments just to find where you can get comfortable. It will always feel a little bit strange and angular to start with. Have a little play with it, fidget with it until it's in a place where you can consider settling. And then just this other block, just rest the back of the head, simply as a support. Try and relax your legs, soften into the lower back. There shouldn't be too much of a curve here, just a very soft curve. And as you gently breathe, you feel that pressure of the back against the block. Stimulating heart center. Lovely one for throat center as well, Vishuddhi, Anahata and Vishuddhi here. Noticing in all the poses how we do try to breathe the same way in that the breath comes down to the belly and expands into the chest. But don't notice perhaps in certain poses where you feel a lot more movement, perhaps in the chest in this one. That real uplift. Open your heart. Wherever you feel like you want to open your heart to this evening, use this as an opportunity. Without judgment of anything, send love. Love to yourself, self-compassion. Keep relaxing, just anywhere that you find even the smallest tension. Try and let go. Are your fingers and thumbs relaxed? Wrists and arms? Does your body feel heavy or light this evening? Can you relax a bit more into the neck? And just being aware of any colours that you might be seeing in your mind's eye. Thoughts, feelings, memories. And still following the breath, that gentle conscious awareness of the breath. Even with the thoughts alongside, just Follow the breath. And so we're just going to gently come out. Noticing how much the body has probably acclimatized to this position and got used to it. So lifting the head slowly, just support your body coming up with your arms and elbows. Lifting slowly, pop the blocks aside. And still kind of trying to savor this feeling. Let's just roll down. And notice whatever you're feeling in the body. It's really curious, every time we do a different pose and then we come into Shavasana, how the body senses and just feels something very different. The first poses may well have been around the hips and tops of the legs, and now we come into this neutral pose and we're feeling something completely different, perhaps through the mid-spine and lower spine. Drawing our awareness to different parts of the body each time and giving us that opportunity to just pay it a little bit of attention, care and compassion. We can consider being grateful for a healthy heart, a healthy back. And gently, as all that fades away, we're going to hug knees in. So the last couple of poses we'll do is waterfall, because it's always such a lovely gentle one for an evening, and an inversion, and bench, so using a little pillow. Last two couple of poses. First of all, let's do waterfall. Grab a cushion or a meditation cushion and just begin to sort of wedge it under the buttocks so that we can enjoy a nice little lift and a tilt of the pelvis forward. If you've got a wall that you can use and swing your feet around on, then please do. It's actually more relaxing to support the legs and the feet on the wall. Otherwise, just lifting. Close your eyes, let the chin tuck in a little, lengthen through the whole spine. Release the muscles in your face and cheeks, around the eyes. And if you need to bend your knees a little bit more, if the legs are shaking, then just adjust. Tuning in. Notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it, physically, emotionally. What's the internal narrative in the mind? Yoga really is this wonderful opportunity to take the time to get back in touch with yourself, the inner you that isn't distracted by external scenarios. Thinking about the parts of yourself, your character that you like. Who you are. We're all unique and here for a reason. Just taking the time to sort of love and appreciate that. So just gently, let's lower our feet down and popping the cushion aside. Come into neutral. Taking a few moments just to relax, settle, feel what we feel. And then we'll hug knees in, and if you've still got your cushion handy, we'll come into bench. Last pose, just to really let everything relax. So just popping it a few inches away from the body just allows for the lumbar to be flatter and get more of a little stretch through the upper back. So coming down, getting comfortable. This is one of my favourites. I think waterfall and this one are really lovely just to end with, either or, in whichever order. Sometimes you might find if you have had a hard day or you get in from work, then maybe just doing one or other of these is just allows you to feel supported and relaxed. Let go of the day. So again, a lovely heart opener and working with our throat, but a very different sensation from heart bench with the blocks. A softer, more supported pose. And here we can just feel the belly rise and fall and the chest move. Still relaxing your face. It's nice in this pose to use imagery and your mind to work with the heart center. If the heart feels a bit heavy, we can imagine that it's a room which might be a bit dark, and we can go in and open the windows, take the roof off and allow a big windy breeze to just sweep away the heaviness and lighten up the area. Whatever you'd like to imagine. Lots of lovely ways to imagine lifting the heart energy. If you have someone dear to you, you can always imagine in this time that we have here with the heart open, sitting with that person in your heart, whoever's you've put in your heart. Just go in there and sit with them, talk to them. It's a wonderful space to allow this in a safe and non-judgmental, caring place. So when you're ready, just lifting your head. Coming up slowly, just pop that cushion aside, just come straight back down. Have a moment to feel the after effects. Deep breaths. And then gently, when you're ready, we can hug knees in and come into relaxation. So if you want to stay on the floor, pulling a blanket over you, get comfortable. Or if you prefer, back on your cushions, meditation cushions, then you can. Allow yourself to get comfortable, and I shall shuffle the little cards to see what wisdom we're being given this evening. It's always nice to hear something positive. Rochelle, we have. Let's just read a little more. As you honour and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. You are fully supported by heaven, and we have heard your prayers for financial support. Be assured that we see money as a symbol of an abundant supply that God provides to all of his children. The earthly negativity surrounding money comes from human minds alone. In heaven, we see money as an energy exchange. We know that you need money as the energy of exchange. And we know that you need material essentials. Like any loving parent, God wants his children to be comfortable, safe, and happy. That is one of the reasons why he sends you guardian angels. Your finances have been blocked in the past because of guilt and other negative beliefs and emotions. I have helped you heal and release much of your negative association with money. Please know that I am here to help you so that you can help more people. The more that you allow me to give you, the more you will be able to give others. In the near future, you will be able to manifest all of your needs. But in the meantime, allow me to help you through heavenly contributions. So a lovely little passage there of reminding us that actually money is just an exchange of people's energy. Give and take, give and receive. And sometimes it's nice just to hand over the worry to the powers that be. Trust that we have what we need. So just relaxing, enjoying this peaceful yin energy. Just gently now. No need to move just yet. Keep your eyes closed. And just returning the consciousness back into the room. Taking some deep breaths. And noticing how your body feels now from an hour ago when we started practice. Whether there's any shifts physically in sensation, or whether the emotional energy has shifted, or the mind is a lot calmer. There's more space and clarity. Perhaps you feel a little bit more spiritually connected to yourself as well. Just notice these little shifts from your practice. So if you're lying down, just gently start to move your fingers and toes. Draw your consciousness to your breath. Deep breath and a nice sigh. And then gently hugging knees in. If you're already seated, then just a gentle movement and flex, however feels nice for you. Coming back into your evening gently, holding on to the yin energy. Another few deep breaths and a sigh. Maybe feeling your shoulders really drop and relax when you do that. And then coming up in your own time. Have a moment just to come seated and settle. And then we can draw hands to our heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste.